Hey, what's up guys? So we're back with Courtney's squats and we're doing overhead squats today. So these are very difficult. They're the hardest for mobility. You ever come in this gym, one of the first things we're going to do is screen you. And the best one that's going to show you where your problems are is the overhead squat. So Courtney is learning how to squat all kinds of ways, learning how to do some weightlifting. So she's going to do some overhead squats for you today, show you what she's working on and what common problems are, and just kind of back to her journey. So Courtney's here, wants the camera. How's it going?
Good.
Ready to train today?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've been doing overhead squats for a little while, right? About 2 sessions, I think, so far. Yeah, and how are they feeling?
Hard.
Very hard?
Yeah.
Yeah, most people run into problems. It's hard. Most people run into their thoracic spine mobility, right? They can't get up, and their ankle mobilities because they cannot create the proper structure. We'll show you videos later, but those are 2 common problems. I think you've had some issues with both, right? And then, of course, just the strength of keeping that up above your head in that certain way while getting as low as possible. So if you don't know, overhead squat's part of the snatch. It's how you receive, and you have to pretty much get as low as you possibly can and hold it up as best as you can so you can rise back up and finish the lift properly. Okay, so today will be the last new squat we'll see. We'll probably change up something for YouTube next time. As Courtney transition into full weightlifting, because next week you're going to deload, right, which is almost like your first true deload, because you're finally doing, what has it been, 2-3 months of work? Yeah, finally doing heavy enough to where you have to deload, so that's coming up. But the cool thing is, when we deload, we're going to have you finally doing full snatches, full clean and jerks, so you're making that transition. So we got to get a woman's bar in the gym soon, just for the your hands. Show you have real small hands. You have trouble gripping the bar, right? Yeah, so a thinner bar will help you a lot. Weight's not too big of a problem. You could probably do with that right now Anyway, okay, enough talking. Let's, are you ready to overhead squat?
Yep.
All right, let's go. All right, Courtney, what are you doing?
Thoracic.
Stretching out, what part of your body?
Thoracic.
Yeah, thoracic spine. So what she's doing is, she should keep more of an ab crunch in so her lower back doesn't move, but that's pretty good. She's just sticking her hands out, right, keeping those shoulder blades up, extended, while she stretches just the thoracic spine. It's going to be tight on almost everybody because we look at our phones all day. We're crouched down, you watch YouTube, whatever you're doing, right? A lot of times if you're watching right now, check it. You might be bent over in front of the computer. Make sure it's nice and strong. Big chest is usually the cue to fix that, but Courtney's going to stretch that out extra today because overhead squats test that very, very much. Okay, so first step when you're doing this, we'll show you from this way for the camera first and then we'll have you turn. So you need snatch grip, obviously. It gets over your head, right? So go ahead, you can go over. You see the PVC pipe, really good. Most of you guys are probably going to do the overhead wrong, and you're going to have to scale it, and we'll show you how you scale it real quick, because you scale it a little bit, right, just to kind of help with the stool and everything. But okay, cool, so snatch grip, as it always is, right above your head. How do you find snatch grip if you don't know how to get it? Above your head? Like, how do you know exactly where it's at?
Where the bar is at?
Yeah, how do you get it up? Yeah. So you just put it on your back and just pop it up. That's the easiest way. And you can see, very, very sturdy. Look at, see, I can't really move it. Of course, it's going to be a little bit of flimsiness, but go ahead. So go ahead. All you do is drop down now, but this is a lot harder than it looks, right? Because just drop down, don't think about it, drop down. See, as you can see, look at the thoracic. Maybe it's harder from the camera. Go ahead, you can come right back up, yeah. As you can see, you can put it down. It's one thing to drop down, you know, with a squat, and it's a whole other thing to drop down with your thoracic spine exposed. See, I'm not warmed up right now. I already want to lean forward, so it's a lot harder. You have to be much more conscious of where your body's at, right? You have to make sure your chest is as big as possible. Make sure your knees track outward to let your hips absorb you. You want to be as straight up as possible always. Everybody's built differently though, so you're not everybody's gonna look. Let me see this. You'll see some weightlifters and they're like this in the pocket, right? Some people are going to be like that, some are going to be like that. Some maybe even like this. You just want to be as aligned as possible. Always better mobility will help you in weightlifting. So go ahead, let's see. Turn a little towards the camera. Oh, the other way. Can't keep on this side. Yeah, so step a little bit in. Then go ahead, put bar up. And let's do one nice and slow. Take your time, drag those knees out. Look at, see how her back's really struggling. It does not want to move. It's probably a lot of ankle. You need to open your legs way wider too. She's trying to do it. She first was trying to do it with a clean grip, trying to show off. Now she's trying to do it with a deadlift stance. So yeah, you'll notice when you do these that you really need a wide stance. In fact, almost everybody needs to do wider than they squat, slightly. Now this is just what I've seen a lot. Some people, again, everyone's body's different, everyone does different things, but I personally as well, will squat like about this length, and then I usually overhead squat about that. So I always add some. It helps me kind of, create a better base to stand up. Everything here is just to stand up as best you can. So go ahead, try it again. Remember to track your knees out. So that's when you need toes out. You can't really get away with this toes forward, not in the overhead. There's no way you'll achieve your optimum. See, so real jacked up, still learning a lot. But see, that position is not the worst. It's pretty, let's see, is it stable? Yeah. Okay, you can come up.
I can't get up.
Come on, push up, all the way up. Yeah, see? Okay, if you're ready, we can get into the first help. So Courtney doesn't have weightlifting shoes. If you have weightlifting shoes, they give you a little heel. Part of that is to take some of that strain off of your ankle mobility, or I should say help your ankle mobility. So I have real bad ankle mobility. I'm constantly using bands to help it out. But again, the more you have, the better. So the shoes help me a ton. And even Courtney is pretty mobile, but the shoes will help her a ton, and you're getting some soon, right? Or you just gotta find which ones are right for her. But anyway, good investment. Obviously, if you're a weightlifter, you need them. They're gonna last your whole life, pretty much. Good investment. So go ahead. We've got some weights under heels to kind of simulate that extra help that the shoes would give you. So go ahead, back up. Make sure it's in that locked position. All right. And then again, make sure those knees track out. You want to try to keep this body as straight as you can get. So go ahead. So you can see, look at that. That's straight up. See, so Courtney is very mobile. That's her body. She can easily create a perfect overhead snatch like that. So go ahead, come back up. Okay, try it one more time. Look at that. Everything is pretty much aligned. Suffering a little bit from ankle issues, but look at nice and strong. If that's heavy, it's not going anywhere. Go ahead, stand up. So that's great form. So if you don't have weightlifting shoes in the meantime, right, that's a good thing to help. Of course, competition, you can't put that stuff in there. Things are moving around too much, so Courtney can't do real snatch exercises with those. Anytime, obviously, in the pool, your pool's going to switch around, so you can't have those behind you. But you can just kind of see how that is now. Let's get it. Well, might as well scale one more thing really quick. See, Courtney doesn't need this scaling, but some people might. Courtney sits right back into a squat, the way you're supposed to. So if you're having trouble with that, box squats are definitely the way to go for everything. We haven't really done them on the YouTube channel, right? Because you kind of don't have that problem. But for regular back squats, front squats, high bar, low bar, overhead, everything. If you ever need to teach your body how to squat properly, a box squat's perfect for that. So most people, as you'll see, when they squat, they'll come forward. A lot of it is just kind of a mental fear. We want to fall forward all the time. So we kind of just naturally do that. But go ahead, show them. You pretty much just sit down. It just teaches you how to sit back instead of leaning forward and everything like that. But that's another option if you're struggling. We haven't had Francine on this for a while. We'll get her back in on a YouTube show. She's been doing a lot of this to work on it. Doesn't have the mobility Courtney has. So she's working on that. But anyway, so let's get into some weight now. Yeah?
Don't laugh at me.
Courtney likes to do it in the most difficult possible way you can get the snatch up. Adjusting the grip while it's over your head. I guess that's a style. But she's new. If that was real weight, there's no way that would have happened. That would have been the end of Courtney. It would have fallen. Let's try to get a little angle so you can see exactly. Got a little nice silhouette going, so nice and upright. See, comes right back up. Okay, cool. So it looks pretty good. It looks straight up, right? You have control of it. I see the struggle, but you have control of it. The heel elevation definitely helps a lot, right? So how does it feel?
It's hard.
What's the most difficult part about it?
Keeping it up.
Keeping what? The weight on your shoulders?
The bar.
Okay. So is it hard to get out of the hole? Harder than a normal squat?
What?
To get out of the hole? Because you were real struggling with the pipe, but when the weight was on you, didn't seem to struggle. You went down and right back up.
It was hard.
Okay. So most challenging being the top?
Yeah, holding it steady.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely a beginner thing. And then also just generally a lot of women have less upper body compared to lower body. Almost everybody is going to run into this, but with women it can be accentuated sometimes. But they don't have the upper body to do it. So you could squat, your legs could handle so much weight, but your shoulders can't. And then of course as our bodies work, it's always together and in unison. So when some part of your body doesn't like it, it doesn't want to transfer force to other parts of your body. So if you can't stabilize it too heavy up and you start going down, your legs don't want to move anymore. So anyway, it's usually the upper body that limits you. So that's probably why you're feeling that a little bit, but it's not too hard, right? I mean, what's the RPE, would you say?
6.
6? Okay, yeah, so let's go ahead, let's try a little more weight, because now that we're elevating your heels, you can see it a little better, right? Or you could feel it more properly, technique-wise. So you could probably go up in weight now to where it's getting harder, because right now it's easier with the heels, so let's add something to make it harder. Yeah, even though it's not really a cheat. So I want to emphasize that again. Raising the heels isn't a cheat. It's just because Courtney doesn't have weightlifting shoes. If she had shoes, it'd be the exact same thing, and those are totally legal. So it's a great thing to kind of get into overhead squatting, and just to kind of show you too, if you're at home and you're watching and you're thinking, I want to do weightlifting, do I really need to spend, $70, $100 on shoes? Is it going to help that much? Just go to the gym, whatever. Put little tiny weights down, maybe an inch of a heel, and see how much it helps you, because it does actually help a ton. So anyway, let's add some weight. Okay, so there you have it, overhead squats. Courtney's now done all the major variations. There's tons, right? There's split squats, there's all kinds of crazy stuff I can't even name all of them. Kettlebells, belt squats, all kinds of things. But so we attack the main ones now, right? You've done the high bar, or you've done the low bar, and then we learned the high bar. And then we did the front and the overhead now, right? So you got your full idea of different ways to squat, different ways to train that movement, different ways to train the body, with the squat being the fundamental movement. So let's see, what's your favorite squat to do?
The back one.
Back squat, high bar, or low bar?
The one that's on my back.
Okay, they both are. High bar, low bar like in strength lifting meet, or high bar like in weightlifting? They're not that different, but they are different. Okay, well, I guess we'll leave it there. Are you going to add to it?
No, I don't know the difference.
Well, if you had to do one for the rest of your life, do you do high bar or low bar? Because that's a big issue in strength community is which one's better, which one do they like more.
I don't remember the difference.
Well, you do you did the low bar at the meet and you do the high bar now. You haven't done a low bar for a month.
That's probably why I don't remember it.
So we don't know.
I don't know.
Okay. But the back, obviously, you can squat the back the most, just by the way it's designed. And then overhead is your least favorite. Yeah, it's everybody's least favorite. Okay. Anyway, cool. So you got all that going. Yeah, we're about to finish your workout because this is the first thing we do. You have power jerks, hang clean and press, pull-ups, and split jerks today. So a big day. Yesterday, Wednesday, whatever it was your heavy day. So good is that that's over with. Today's more technical. But anyway, thanks for watching. We will continue forward because Courtney's still trying to squat her body weight. That's her long-term goal, right? We're looking into maybe a month or so away from that. 6 weeks, probably by the end of the year. We'll YouTube that and track that better because you have a new cycle coming up. Anyway, thanks for watching as always. We'll be back with more content. Like I said, Francine's going to do something again. We want to add some more skits and cool stuff to the channel too. Really trying to step our game up as we get more involved, community, and just strength. Courtney's getting stronger. Everyone here's getting stronger, so we want to show you guys that. And of course, always open for coaching in Oakland, California. If you're looking for that, if you need something to get an edge, you just want to get in shape, right? It's not a big thing. You don't have to be a strength athlete to enjoy weightlifting. Maybe you want to lose some pounds. Why just lose some pounds? Get some strength, get some muscle behind you, get some strengthening of your joints. There's tons of things. I'm not going to go into it because I'll talk for 20 minutes about all the benefits. But definitely look us up, contact us. Really good deals if you're just beginning. We love working with beginners. Courtney was a total beginner. And men, women, children, whatever it is, we will work with you. And of course, if you don't live in Upland, we have remote coaching. Or maybe you do live in Upland and you're looking for a more financially friendly alternative. Or you like doing things on your own, you just want a little help. You just kind of need a little bit of extra, email access, whatever it is from me. It's much more affordable. Definitely look us up. Follow us on Instagram at Crotacera. Go to ccstrength.com for more info. It's all there. Looking for new clients as always. Wanting to make people stronger, right? Don't you feel better 2 months in?
Yeah.
Yeah. You never thought you'd do this, right? Or like that Paul Rudd meme. Look at us. Who would have thought? Not me. If you guys don't know what that is, one of the benefits is we'll keep you up to date with memes here because I'm sending everybody memes all the time. And we're never behind. But anyway, that's enough for now. Look us up if you need training or coaching. Anybody can be strong and everyone should be strong. You have to work out more, yeah?
Yeah.
So we'll see you next time.